Hey, it's Bret Gregory. So excited to be here with you today. If you can see my screen and hear my voice, please go and write in the chat box that you can see me and hear me. So if you can see my screen and hear my voice, please go and write in the questions box that you can see me and hear me. And what we're going to be doing today is we are going to be showing you how to use your calendar, your Facebook marketing calendar, and actually how you're going to use your 2016 marketing calendar. I want to show you how to use this 2016 marketing calendar so that you can create your own calendar and really create your marketing plan. And I like to help you create your marketing plan using a calendar because it is, I found it's the most powerful way. When you can use a visual calendar, it's just really the most powerful way to get your plan done, to get it done quickly, to get it done most effectively. So again, if you're just joining us, go in on the right-hand side questions box. Let me know that you can see me and hear me, and tell us what city and country you are tuning in from. I love the global audience that we have here on our Webinar Jam Hangouts. So tell us what city and country you're tuning in from. So the 2016 marketing calendar template, if you use this, what I'm going to show you right now is how you can double your email growth and plan your marketing activities in 2016. You're going to learn right now today how to double your email growth. I'm going to show you how to use this calendar, the calendar template, to double your 2016 sales. And the way to do that is by organizing your marketing calendar into one place. I'm going to show you how to do that right now and use this free tool. I'm going to show you how to time your communication. And that could be anything from a webinar that you're going to have, to a speaking engagement, to blogs that you're going to post, to Facebook posts, to tweets, all kinds of communication. Doesn't really matter what it is and your post, but then how to do it in an organized fashion that'll really maximize your marketing, get you the most leads and customers and sales in the most efficient manner. This will also help you figure out with your marketing strategies. And I really like to use this calendar with our joint venture partners. So when we're going to promote a partner out there to our email list, partners who are going to promote us to their email list, we're going to lay all that out, and how to outline a strategy. And then finally, most importantly, this is how we can ensure our plan execution. And what I mean by that is when we can put our marketing plan down on paper, we can put our calendar on paper, we can give it to our virtual assistant, we can give it to our team, who can then execute it for us. And I found it's just far more effective than trying to figure out every week or every day, in fact, okay, what am I going to do today and how am I going to market today? Better to write out a plan at the beginning of the year, give it to your team, and maybe that's even one person. It might be just a virtual assistant. Give it to your person and have them execute it. And you're simply then working with them to do the plan execution. And that is a big, big, big deal. It can really improve your sales. So if you haven't done so already, go to attractcustomersnow.com/calendar, and you'll see a page that looks like this. You can click the link at the top where it says click to download your Attract Customers Now 2016 marketing calendar. Go ahead and click that link. And even if you've seen this before, you're going to want to watch this because you'll always gain new insights on how you can more effectively grow your business. Every time I do this, I even learn something just simply by teaching it. So we're going to do this together. And then next is I want you to, the other thing that's available on this page, and we'll talk about it more on the end, for those people who are interested in really taking your business into high gear next year, 2016, I've created a program that'll help you really create an extra $10,000 of $10,000 a month of consistent recurring income in 2016. And there's a link button down at the bottom where you can book a one-on-one strategy session with me to see if you qualify for the 2016 Make Six Figures 12-month Mastermind. Okay, so now that you have your calendar, Uh, Here's what we're going to do. Oh, and my screen just stopped sharing on me all of a sudden. Hang on just a second. Let's see if we can do that. Let's get back to where we wanted to be here. Okay, there we go. So let me actually just take a little side step here and make sure that you guys can see me and that we're all on together, because something strange just happened on my webinar jam. I got to make sure that we're still on and everything's working. So you might see a funny looking screen here for just a moment. Okay, and let me just say hi to a few folks here. I'm going to stop this screen share for just a second. Hi, Deborah. Hi, Tony. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Leanne. Hi, Jay, Talisa, Renee, John, Leanne, Debbie. Awesome. It's good to see everybody here. This is fantastic. Okay, so for everybody who's on, the what I want you to do is tell us, what is your number one big challenge with creating your marketing plan? What is your number one biggest challenge creating your marketing plan? Okay, and now we're going to go back to the screen share, and I'm not in the typical place that I'm in, so I'm on Wi-Fi right now, so it's a little slower than normal. That's why I'm not using the video. I'm just doing the screen share. So go ahead and tell us, what is your number one biggest challenge creating your marketing plan? And what I'm going to do right now is we're going to go through and we're going to create your marketing plan together. So you need to have your 2016 marketing calendar downloaded. And you can also download it at the end of this. And again, even if you've seen this before, walk through it. Let me walk you through it again, because I'm sure you'll find some insights that will really help you take your business to the next level in 2016. So in the calendar, this is a free template that I created for you. And in your calendar, there are several different tabs, and it's an Excel spreadsheet. But as with all Excel spreadsheets, if you don't have Microsoft Excel, you can open it using Google Sheets. Okay, so you don't have to have Microsoft Excel to actually open an Excel file. You can use it, you can open it with Google Sheets. You can also open it with, I think it's called Apache for those people who, it's called Microsoft Open Office. It's openoffice.org. So for those of you that don't have Excel, or if you don't have Apple Numbers can also open an Excel spreadsheet. If you don't have either of those, you can use Google Docs, or you can use openoffice.org. Those are some free resources for you there. But one of the tabs on the Excel spreadsheet will show you the exact posting strategy that we have used to build the largest yoga Facebook page in the world, or one of the largest. We have 1.3 million yoga likes on our Facebook page, and this is the exact posting strategy that we use every single week. So if you go to our yoga page, it's facebook.com/Costa Rica Yoga, and you'll see 1.3 million likes on that page. And this is the template that we follow for our posts that we do. Okay, and so I'm giving this to you so you can see a good example of what a very, very large active Facebook page posting is like. And on Monday we start out with our blog and we do the photo album stack. And then we do, a little later on a Monday, we do a photo of the day. So we share a photo of one of our fans. And then a little bit later, we do a new client highlight appreciation post. A little bit later, we'll do a photo question, or we'll post a photo that has an inspirational comment on it. So that's an example for what we do on Monday. And then this is what we do throughout the week. And here's the cool thing. I don't do any of this. I took the time, way back when I started this process, and I filled out these samples using this exact template that you're looking at. And I just laid this out, gave it to my virtual assistant, and said, execute. And now they do it all. I don't do any of the posts, so it takes me zero time. And I just help out when the virtual assistant needs some help, and wants to know, okay, hey, what should I do here or there? But otherwise, that's how we've grown 1.3 million likes on our yoga page. And that yoga page is responsible for well over $8,000 a month in sales and generating tons and tons of leads. So this can be extremely effective if you use it the way that I'm teaching you. And the way to use it is you fill out the plan and let someone else execute it. Now, you might initially, if you don't have someone else yet, if you don't have a virtual assistant yet, that's okay. You can still do it yourself. Go down that learning curve quickly of how to do the execution that you plan, which it's not very hard. And then you teach your virtual assistant to do it so that it gets you out of the loop as quickly as possible and lets them do this kind of stuff. You can also, with this template that I'm giving you, you can plan your month out. Okay, so I have there's tabs for each month of the year, January through December, and you can go in and those tabs are laid out, and you can figure out, okay, here's what we're gonna do in January, and here's what we're gonna do in February, and so on. And the reason why I find this to be so powerful is when I made the shift to stop thinking about marketing as, okay, well, what am I going to do today? And not, going in essentially every day with no plan and being very reactive and not, not making a lot of money, not making a lot of sales. I made the shift from thinking about my marketing in terms of campaigns. So now I don't need to think about what am I going to do really on just a day-to-day basis. I think about, okay, in 2016, I'm going to do 8 campaigns, and that's it for the whole year, 8. And now that makes my life so much easier because now I can say, okay, I know in January, for the first 6 weeks of the year, I'm going to do this one particular campaign. We're going to be doing a list building campaign the first 6 weeks of the year. And the reason why we're going to do that is because the next 6 weeks after that, we're going to be doing a campaign to fill a live event that we're going to have in July. And so my first 2 to 3 campaigns of the year, I already know exactly what I'm going to do. And there's only 2 or 3 of them. So it's very, very easy to manage. And I can use this calendar and say, okay, if all I'm going to do is this first campaign is going to be a list building campaign. Now I can go backwards, I can work backwards and say, okay, here's what I'm going to do in January to help build my list in January. And I can just focus on that. And the reason why that's so powerful is because I can just focus on the things that are the most impactful, like building my email list, like getting people to attend a live seminar, like getting people to attend a live in-person meeting and conference. I mean, those by far, that's the 3 most valuable things that I can do. And I can make all of my marketing focused on the top most valuable things that I can do. And this calendar is really the place where all that starts. Okay. My favorite part of the entire calendar is this page. It's the year calendar. I'm going to show you why here in just a minute. The year calendar is probably, it's always where you start. You never start with what am I going to do today. You start with what I'm going to do for the whole year. And I'm going to show you how to use this in the most powerful, effective way. And it's very, very liberating. When you go out and you plan your year in advance, you should, if you've done it the way that I teach you, you should breathe a sigh of relief at the end of this presentation. You should have planned out your year because it won't take you very long. And you should breathe a big sigh of relief because now you finally say, oh my goodness, I know what I'm going to do. I know what I have to do. I know what my priorities are. And I've got the map. I've got the plan. And what we're going to start with is the most powerful, important things to start with first. We're going to make those our priority. And then we're going to start with the macro year, and then we're going to refine it down to the month, and then we're going to refine it down to the week, and so on, okay? So here's what you need to write down. Please take out a pen and paper. If you don't have one already, take out a pen and paper. And if you don't have that, then take a screenshot of this because you need this, okay? When you use the calendar, I'm going to suggest that you should print out the calendar before you start messing with the spreadsheet. I think you should print it out, and I'll show you how to do that in just a moment. It's very simple. And what you're going to do is you start with the year view, okay? So you can print this out on one page. I made it specifically so you can print it out all on one page. And I'll show you how I do it. And actually, this is how I do it, but I'll show you an actual picture here in just a moment. The first thing you do, always, 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 the first thing you do when you schedule is you schedule your vacations. Number one, without a doubt, don't go schedule meetings first. Don't schedule any other business events first. You schedule your vacations first. Now, why would you do that? You say, hey, wait, my goal is to double my income next year. Well, I find most people also have a goal to double their vacations and really, you know, if you really want a freedom business, if you really want a freedom lifestyle, you must make your vacations the priority. You put them in your calendar, you set them in stone, and you don't let any event or any opportunity hijack your vacations. You can't. You have to put your vacations first. So block out your vacations first, and you know, write in where are you going to go. I'm taking my family to Brazil in August. We're going to go to the Olympics. I'm an Olympics junkie. I've been to 8 Olympics. This will be my 9th Olympics. And you know, if you want to go on amazing trips, life experience kind of trips that you know, you will never forget for the rest of your life, you have to plan. I mean, you have to block them out. And especially if you're like me, I got a family, I've got a business, I've got a lot of stuff going on. The only way I can actually make it a reality is by blocking it out. So block out that vacation that you've always wanted to take, the amazing one. Don't just say you're going to, you know, drive down the street. And just the really cool life experience ones. The next thing you do, number 2, is block out your personal development growth. Okay, so personal development growth is not a business event. Your personal development growth. Now, it could be an event, like, you know, let's say I want to go on a relationship course. I'm going to do a couples course or something. That's an example of a personal development growth. Or maybe you want to do some other type of personal development growth. You know, it could be an event, it could be a course. I took a great personal development course called Life Book several years back. It was the most amazing personal development course I've ever done. You must schedule those kinds of things in. So block those out next. Then now, number 3, now is when we can start on business. And the next one, the next priority is I schedule business development events. Okay, so what's a business development event? Now, if you go to an event, so let's say you go to an event to learn marketing, that's more of a business education event. But if you go to an event to get clients, that is a business development event. So for me, number 3, for example, I sponsor a lot of events. I'm always looking for events to sponsor, particularly in Southern California. So if I'm going to, I just sponsored my friend Rich and Milana had an event in Orange County, and they teach joint venture opportunities, and I sponsored their event. And that's a great place for me to have a booth and go and meet a lot of great real prospective customers. So that's what I mean by business development events. And I usually sponsor about 6 a year. So block out those next. Sometimes you don't always know a full year in advance when the business development events are, but usually most people that are teaching events that are worth sponsoring, they usually have them blocked out close to a year in advance. So get your business development events in there. The next is your business events. Now, what's the difference here? This is if you are going to put on an event. Now, it could be a live in-person event. Okay, so I have several, I think I have 4 events this year where we're going to have in-person seminars and in-person masterminds and things like that. But these are your business events. It could also be you're going to have a big online event that you are putting on. That's an example of your business events. So anything where you're going to be bringing in business, any event that you're going to have where you're bringing in business, whether it's online, you know, virtual or in person. The next, number 5, is joint ventures. Now, on my joint venture calendar, we usually promote about 6 to 8 people a year. And we usually do, 1 or 2 events a year. Actually, let me say that a different way. We usually do, other people promote us usually 6 to 8 times a year. So we do 6 to 8, mutual back and forth kind of promotions where we promote them, they promote us, and so on. So that's an example of joint ventures. And it's important to block out your calendar well in advance. Before I did this, and I started, promoting other people in joint ventures, and they started promoting me, I would book people to promote them, and then I would, without spending time looking at my calendar, and then I'd go back into my calendar and realize, oh my gosh, I'm double booked. It doesn't make any sense to try and promote 2 people at the same time. You water down your list, you confuse your list, you don't get them good results, and you end up getting a lot of unsubscribes. So I stopped doing that when I started using this calendar, and my results dramatically increased. I made a lot more sales for my partners. I ended up earning a lot more commission for ourselves. So you want to plan out your joint ventures. Number 6 is launches. If you're going to do a launch, maybe it's a product launch, maybe it's some kind of launch, then you would schedule that number 6. And then the last thing you do is schedule your recurring marketing activities. Well, what's recurring marketing activity? Well, if you're going to maybe do a blog once a week, that's a recurring marketing activity. If you're going to do a live weekly free call like you're on right now, that's a recurring marketing activity. Put those in last for your year. This is by far the most powerful, most effective way to make your marketing plan, is to start with your calendar, start with your year, and do it in this order, okay? So step 1, block out your year. Now, you do have a spreadsheet. You can do this on your computer. Again, I'm going to recommend first you print it out and use a pen and paper before you go and block it out on the computer. You can go and block it out on the computer, but I just find it's much more powerful to print out your year and then put it on your calendar. Once you've done the year, then you can narrow it down a little farther and go to your month, okay? And this is a screenshot from last year. As you can see, I had the Sochi 2014 Winter Olympics in there. As I mentioned, I am an Olympics junkie. So every time I do these, I map it out for my big vacations, and so I block those out. And remember, the calendar is a 2016 calendar, so that was an older picture. And how do you access those tabs? Well, you access them at the bottom of the screen. So when you open up your Excel spreadsheet, at the bottom of the Excel spreadsheet, there will be tabs, and you can click through the tabs to get to the different months. So you can see the year, the month, the sample month, and that's all at the bottom of the spreadsheet, okay? So step 3, so you did your year first, your month second, now you're down to the week category, okay? So now you can lay out, what are you gonna do in a week? And what I laid out here for you is to just show you the sample week of how we post on our Facebook page. Now, you can use this any way you want. You could lay this out to show your team, show your virtual assistant how to post on your Facebook page. You could show them how to tweet on social media and so on. You can also use it to say, you can put in your blog posts, you can put in your press releases, you can put in your launch, your joint venture, you can put in your vacations here. You can use it any way that you want. I found that it was particularly helpful to lay out our Facebook page post for the week and then give it to my virtual assistant so she could execute it, and I didn't have to. And that allowed me to focus on the bigger things that really help bring in the income. Then there's another cool section where you can organize, sort, and filter all your activities. Now, I went and had this this Excel spreadsheet made by a company on Fiverr, by the way. So it's not, this is I'm letting you in on a secret here. This has been an amazing success for us in terms of list building, in terms of getting lots of emails, is getting this thing made, spending, $300 getting this Excel spreadsheet made and giving it away for free. As you know, we've gotten over 1,000 email addresses in the last 2 weeks just by giving this thing away for free. And I'm mentioning that to you because I'm letting you know you guys can do something like this as well. There's no reason that you can't find a really great, powerful tool or make a very powerful tool with something that you do that you've found has worked very well for you in your business or in your area of expertise, and make something pretty nice, you know, on Fiverr for a couple $100 and then give it away for free. It works incredibly well. And I'll show you how to use the tool here in just a minute. So here's your exercise. So if you haven't done so, download your marketing calendar, print out the year version of a blank calendar, mark the following with different colored pens or highlighters or a pencil. So start out with your vacation, then you go to personal development, then your business events, then joint venture, and then your recurring marketing activities. Go under the spreadsheet and go to the months tab and fill in the month activities, and then fill out a sample week. Okay, so let's go and do this together right now. So I'm going to take just a moment just to check in with everybody here. I'm going to stop the screen sharing for just a second. Oh, did that stop? Okay, good. All right, and just check in. So Renee asked, how about business development courses? Not sure what, tell me when you mean about how about business development courses. I would say yes, you definitely want to put that in. Anita, where can I download my marketing calendar? Oh, okay, so you can download your marketing calendar right here, everybody, if you haven't done so yet. So go there to that link. It's attractcustomersnow.com/calendar, and that's where you can download your link. And Sue, fantastic resource. Thank you, Sue. I appreciate that. And Debbie, it was what to when, but I was lucky enough to have some planners that has what to do and when, which was the problem. I'm sorry, I'm a little lost there, Debbie. Sasha, challenge, the priority steps to calendar that will give me the best results of setting up strategy sessions at low cost product sales. Awesome. Yeah, you got it, Sasha. Fantastic. Okay, so let's go now to, oh, I see what you guys were doing. Thank you very much. Okay, so now let's go to, I'm going to go back to sharing my screen here. All right, when I'm reading your comments, I can't also share the screen because it creates this, that thing that you're seeing, that infinite loop. So that's why I don't have the screen share on most of the time. So when you go to attractcustomersnow.com/calendar, you see this page right here, okay? And you can click on this link. It says click to download your Attract Customers calendar, and bam, it downloads right there. And then you can go and open up your calendar. So here it is in the Excel spreadsheet. Okay, and hang on just a second here. I have to just do one thing. Where is my... Sorry, I had to just clear my throat there for a second, and now we're good to go. So let's go back to the spreadsheet. So here we go. Download your 2016 marketing calendar. Sorry, gotta take a sip of water too. Okay, now we're ready. So you downloaded your marketing calendar. It downloaded right there, and now here it is. Here's the Excel spreadsheet. And remember, if you don't have Excel, you can open it up in Google Docs or Apple numbers. And what I want you to notice is down here at the very bottom. So look down at the very bottom of the screen. You can see that, and I'm sure the words look small, but you've got different tabs. The first tab says instructions. Second tab says summary. Third tab says sample week, sample month, and then it's got 2016. So when you're here in 2016, so this is pretty cool. So I had this thing programmed. There's these little buttons here, and you can click on the button and it changes the year, okay? 2017, 2018, 2019. Now, I'm not necessarily saying you're gonna plan all the way out until 2020 or so on, but you can. And when you click on it, it changes all of the numbers to accurately reflect the year. So even if you wanna look back and see, you know, when was March 25th, what day of the week was that on 2015, you can do that. But we're gonna focus on 2016. So remember, the first thing that I want you to do, you can see how it's the sample is blocked out. The first thing I want you to do is select, so you can go and highlight the cells by just clicking on the cells and dragging over. And so there you can highlight all the cells. And the first thing I want you to do is blank them all out. So we're gonna click here, highlight the cells, and I click no fill. So I just blanked out everything on the calendar. So why did I do that? Well, I did that because I want to print out the calendar so that I can write on it by hand, okay? So let me just show you here. I just did this and I took a picture on my phone. So let me see, I am gonna have to stop the screen sharing for just a second. Nobody panic, I'll be right there. What I'm doing is I printed out the calendar. I took out some highlighters, and the on the highlighters, where is this picture that I just sent to myself? It should have shown up. And using the highlighters, I was able to just map out the calendar for myself. So let me just try this one more time here. Looks like it didn't make it, so let me just send this to myself here one more time. Okay, Bret. Just a second, everybody. And that should do the trick. Okay, so it should arrive here in just a second. And so what I recommend is do the marketing calendar. Oops, hang on just a second here. Oh, I see what happened. It went into a different folder. So apologize, everybody. Hang in there with me. I am just grabbing the calendar. Oh, there we go. That's what I was looking for. All right, got it. I am pulling it out. And thank you for your patience. I have to do one more thing. Okay, here we go. Almost there. Great. We did it. All right, now I will be able to share my screen here in just a moment, and you'll be able to get back with me. So I apologize for the inconvenience here. Oh, is it gonna work with me? Oh my goodness, I don't think it's gonna. Oh yeah, there we go. Angle 90. There we go, did it. All right, it worked, everybody. So let me just show you here. I now can share my screen again, and I'll show you what I just did, which was really simple. I just go back to the calendar here. So here's what it looks like. Okay, so let me just make this a little bit larger. So I went in, I blanked out the calendar, and I printed it out, and I just took out a pen. I just took out a highlighter. And the first thing I did is I went through and I blocked out my vacation. Now in this case, I did it in the pink highlighter color. And I take a lot of vacation. So, I take about 14, 16 weeks of vacation a year. So I just went through and I went and blocked out the last week of each month. And then in August, we're going to take, almost 3 weeks and 2.5 weeks and go down to Brazil for the Olympics. So I blocked that out in August. I went out and blocked the last week of September, October, November, and then, 3 weeks in December or so. So we blocked all that out. And that's the vacation time, okay? So that's step one. Now you can do this on the computer, but I just find it so much more powerful to do it on with the pen and paper at first. Once you do it on the pen and paper, then go back and fill it in on the computer, okay? So then the next thing I do is I block out the personal development events, okay? So if we've got a like a couples retreat that I want to take my wife to, or some other kind of personal development. Maybe it's a meditation retreat. So it's not really a vacation. It's more of a personal development kind of program. I can block that out next with the what color did I use for that? The orange color. And then the green color is when I blocked out my business events that I'm going to sponsor, other business events. And the purple color would be my business events and so on. So I blocked it out. And what this helps me do is I can now visualize. I can say, okay, I'm going to do 6 or 7, maybe even 8 campaigns next year. And I can just focus on those campaigns because the campaigns are going to make the money. I don't make money doing daily Facebook posts. I don't make money doing a blog. I don't make, and all those things, while they're important, those things don't actually make me the money. The things that make the money are the campaigns that bring in email addresses, the campaigns that get people on a live webinar, and the campaigns that get people in a physical event. Those are the three things, the only three things that really truly make us money. So I can focus all my energy on just those three things, and I can block everything else out. That's what this is so, that's why this is so powerful. By using this, we've got our business, last year we went from about $25,000 a month to $50,000 a month, and it was because of this, what you're looking at right here. So it totally works. So go to, I'm going to go back now to the, so Susie asked, what do I put in the campaigns? Well, you first have to, the very easy answer to that, Susie, is you have to figure out what the campaign is for first. So for the example of my first campaign is going to be a list building campaign in January. And so the list building campaign is going to be to grow my email list, which is what's going to help me with my following campaign to get people to attend our event that we're going to have in July. We're going to have like 300 people at an event in July, and so in San Diego. And so what I'm going to do in January and February is we're going to create a lead magnet that a lot of people who are going to attend that event would want. So in January and February, I'm going to focus my energy on creating the lead magnets and getting the, getting them out. So in our email campaigns, we're going to do email campaigns, we're going to do advertising campaigns, we're going to do Facebook ads, we're going to do all different types of campaigns that are going to focus on building the list in the first 2 months. So when you ask what's in the campaign, what you should ask is, what's the campaign for first? And then it's really easy to figure out what goes in the campaign when you know what it's for. But back here, so remember, if you did what I mentioned you should do, print out your calendar, okay? And when you print out the calendar, now you can go in and I can say, okay, in August, I am going to go to the Olympics. So I'm going to fill out I'm going to just highlight the August there. And I know that I'm just going to use this color here to be my Olympics color. All right. So I'm just going to block this out by choosing the color. So there's my first vacation block out. So again, I strongly recommend you first do this with your pen and paper, just because it makes your life easier going forward. But then I know I take the last week of each month off. These are my flex weeks. This is also what we teach in our 12-month program, that in order to have a real freedom business, you need to block it off. And I teach you take the last week of each month and you create a flex week. And I learned that from my coach, Shanda Sumter. And what a flex week is, it doesn't necessarily mean a full vacation, like you don't necessarily have to take it off, but it might be a week where you don't do any coaching calls and you work half the week, you work half the time that week, for example. All right, so I'm just giving you some examples there. And then I'm going to take off this, here we go, for December and that kind of thing, like for example. And one thing you might say is, okay, well, you take all this time off, but we're at the end of December. Why are you working right now? Well, this is, for example, a flex week. And by the way, I love doing this. So I really enjoy teaching. I don't know if you can get a sense for that, but I love this. I love helping people. I love giving away cool, awesome free content. It's like my favorite thing. So to me, this doesn't feel like work, and this is part of my flex week. And this is like the only thing I do today. So it takes 1 hour of my time, and I can go surfing the rest of the day and play with my kids. So that's how you do that first part. And then the second part is, now you're going to block out your personal time, or excuse me, your personal development time. So I know I'm going to do a couples retreat in July, for example, and so let's use orange for that. All right, so there's my personal development, and we're going to do something as well in March, and so there's my personal development stuff. And then the next one is, now what are the events that I'm going to sponsor? Okay, so I'm going to use this green color so I know I'm going to sponsor, like, for example, Traffic and Conversion Summit, and then we're going to sponsor an Infusionsoft event, and then we're going to sponsor, some other event, and I usually sponsor 6 or 8 events a year, that kind of thing. So I'm going to block those out. All right. So this is really helping me now. When I can do this, I can now start to look back and say, okay, in my event, I've got an event that I'm going to host here in July. All right, so I go and I block out the actually it's July 28th, for example, through the 30th. So I know that I'm gonna have an event in July, and now I can say, all right, in the first 2 months, January and February, this is going to be list building. All right, March and April. In fact, March, April, May, June, and July is all going to be about filling this event. Okay. So I'm going to have lots of activities to help fill this event, including these green things that I'm sponsoring here. So I know I'm going to have 3 campaigns the first half of the year that are going to help me fill this event in July. Why would I do that? Because that's where the majority of our income is going to come in. It's from a live event and people coming into our coaching programs from those live events. That's how we make $600,000 a year. So now, instead of worrying on a day-to-day basis, well, what should I be doing today? All I have to think about is, okay, we've got a campaign to fill July. So what can I work on today that is going to help me get more people in July? And that makes my life so much easier. And everything we do is just focused on the stuff that makes money. We can leave everything else out. So is this cool? Does this help you? If you like this, please write the word calendar in the questions box so I can go back and see your questions. So let me go back and take a look at some of your questions here. So let's go to those. Here we go. All right, so, and I apologize, I got to stop screen sharing. Teresa, okay, so you guys, wow, I'm lost, but hope I can figure it out. Sorry, Deborah. Well, hopefully you downloaded the calendar, Deborah, and you can figure it out. Okay, people like this. Susie calendars, great. I'm glad you guys like this. This is awesome. So let's see, a couple quick things here. So let me show you. I'm going to give you guys also an opportunity. I did this last week and it was really successful. So we're going to do it again this week. It worked out really, really well. I was very, very pleased with it. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to teach you how we're getting crazy, crazy, crazy good results on our Facebook marketing campaigns. And so let me just go back and I can share my screen again here. So let's go back and share the screen here. So Susie asked, what if you are in a business where you're kind of on your client's timeline, not your own? For example, my friends buy cars for people when they're ready. They're ready. She can't seem to plan many meetings. Well, what about, let's focus on your business, Susie. So tell us how you can apply this to your business as opposed to your friend's business. Okay, so I'm going to go into my ads manager. So I just want to show you guys. I'm going to show. Oh, great. That's fantastic. Dogs barking. This is awesome. Okay, that was awesome. All right, sorry about that, everybody. Dog went crazy. Let's try this again. All right, here we go. So let's go back to the, oh geez, it looks like I lost it. I'm gonna show you this because this is really cool. This was super powerful in getting lots of new people to like the, sorry, I lost track there. Getting a much, much lower cost per click on our ads here. So I want to show you something here. So you can take a look at this. We're getting, this happened last week. We're getting 84 cents per email address. 84 cents per email address using these And this was just yesterday. If we can look at the campaign over, let's go over the last 7 days here. You can see the results. Here we got 580 email addresses in the last 7 days at exactly $1 an email. So that's really cool. And so let me show you how we did that. Actually, if you're interested in learning how we did that, write the word ads. Write the word ads in the questions box on the right-hand side there. And so what we're going to do right now, I'll show you how we did that. What we did is we created a social proof ad. What's a social proof ad? Well, this is something that you can do, and you can do this today. So this isn't something that is crazy complicated. In fact, it's very simple. All right, so I'm going to show you this ad. And in fact, I'll show you what we did last week here. So here's what we did last week. So this was the ad that we ran last week, okay? So you can see this, final steps toward achieving business freedom here. All right, and look down below. There were 210 likes on this ad, and there were 36 more comments, okay? So here's what we did, and here's what you can do. When you run an ad, your next ad on Facebook, and you want to drive traffic to your website, what's really, really helpful is if you get lots of likes and lots of comments on your ad. Well, how do you do that? Well, it's actually very simple. The way that you do that, and please write this down, these are the 5 most powerful words that I've ever learned in marketing. The 5 most powerful words are, don't keep me a secret. Don't keep me a secret. So write that down. Anytime that you're helping someone and in your line of business, so you're giving them free advice, you've helped them, maybe it's a paying client and they're really happy with you and they say the magic words, thank you. You say, you're welcome. Hey, you know what? Please don't keep me a secret. Would you mind giving me a quick little testimonial on Facebook? And that little line of questioning, first helping people, waiting until they say thank you, then saying, please don't keep me a secret. I've literally built a $50,000 a month business using that approach. And what that does is it gets you massive social proof on your Facebook ad. And I call these ads viral social proof ads. Go ahead and write that down. I know it's a mouthful. Viral social proof ads, okay? And so when you can get people to make a positive comment on your Facebook page posts, you can get a much better result on your ads, okay? So you can go down and you can see all these Facebook posts, all these positive Facebook posts. Now we did this last week and it worked so well, we're gonna do it again this week. And I'm gonna give you an opportunity right now. And so you'll see this ad right here that's on top of the calendar. Maybe many of you got here because you saw this ad. But what we're gonna do is I'm gonna give you this link right now. So the link is on my Facebook page. So if you go to my Facebook page, this is what it looks like. And I'm gonna give you an opportunity. I'm gonna spend $1,000 right now on a Facebook ad, and I'm gonna give you the opportunity to benefit from it, okay? And in doing so, I'm gonna hopefully teach you how to make your own viral social proof ad. So you can see kind of from the inside how this thing works and how you can possibly get 84 cents per email address. So just yesterday we got 97 leads for $81. Okay, it's pretty awesome. And the reason why is because what you're learning right now is the viral social proof ad. And again, that sounds complicated, but the secret is it's not. It's really simple. In fact, you're about to do it right now. I'm going to give you the opportunity. So right now, if you want to participate in this, go to this link. So it's facebook.com/like Bret. Facebook.com/like Bret. All right, so you can go and see it up here. Facebook.com/LIKEBRET, just one T in my name. And you'll see this post, okay? And what, in order to participate in this, you have to do something very, very simple. Just go on this post and write a comment. And I'm gonna say, tell us who you most want to help in your business in 2016. Okay, that's it. That's all you have to do. Answer this question and answer the question on these Facebook comments. Hey, Deborah Hamilton did it already. I love you, Deborah. You're amazing. Okay, so let me just show you. Deborah Hamilton just did it. Oh, wait, sorry. I got that wrong. I saw a notification. It was the wrong notification, but I love you anyway, Deborah. So make the comment here on this particular post. And here's what we're going to do. And I'll show you right now. I'm gonna do this right now. I'm gonna spend $1,000 on this ad, and this ad is gonna go to. It's gonna be shown to probably like 100,000 entrepreneurs. And if you have a comment on there, those entrepreneurs will see you and your comments. Okay, so I'm giving you the opportunity to get a lot of free exposure right now, and all you have to do is just write the answer to this. Tell us who you most want to help in 2016 and do it right here on these comments. So let me just do this one more time here. So go to this link, facebook.com/like Bret, and on this comment thread, answer the question, tell us who you most want to help in your business in 2016. Whoops. And then now what I'm going to do, sorry, just kind of jump back and forth here. Oh, being with 3 more comments. Okay. Oh, here, Christiane just did this. So fantastic. Let me just refresh here because I think a couple people have done it already. And then I'm going to show you, yep, there we go. 6 more comments. Fantastic. Okay, Craig, you're awesome. Deborah, there you go. Deborah, you did it right. You are amazing. I love you. Teresa, you're amazing. Jenny, you're awesome. Donna, you're awesome. Okay, so so you guys are going to get to benefit from this right now. So check this out. Here's what we're going to do. So I'm not going to boost the post. Well, actually, let me digress. I apologize. I'm going to go backwards here for just a minute. I am going to boost the post, but I'm only going to boost the post for a little bit of money. I said I was going to spend $1,000, which I am, but I'm going to spend $20 on a boosted post. Okay. Why? Because this one, when people click on this ad, it's called a website clicks ad. That means when I click on this, it takes me to a website. All right, here is the website. So this is where I can gather an email address, okay? And that's what we want. That's what you want to do. You want to gather people's email addresses by giving away good free stuff. A boosted post does not do that. Boosted post gets likes, comments, and shares, which is great because you can see here we got 544 likes. That's great. That's great for social proof. That helps you get more clicks. But of the $20 that I'm going to spend on this boosted post, I'll probably get 1 or 2 or 3 clicks. The rest of the money just gets to getting more likes. So boosted post is great for social proof. It is terrible for website clicks, okay? But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to click people who I choose from social media, all right? People in the United States, and I'm going to spend $20. All right, here you go, 20 bucks. And this one is going to reach, does it show me where does it show me? Yeah, it's going to reach 5,200 people up to 14,000 people. Okay, so and it probably will reach 14,000 people. So that's cool. So I'm going to boost the post. Okay, so you say, all right, well, that's great. So that gets you likes, comments, and shares, which is cool. But what about getting people to the website, which is where you're actually going to get the real email addresses, where we're going to spend the bulk of the money? Say, okay, that's what you do next. Okay, so the ad is approved, good to go here. And now, so it boosted for $20, so we're good there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the ads manager, and I'm going to go into the ad that we had running. And I'm going to create a, let's see if, I want to create right here, create a similar campaign. All right, so here's the new campaign. And if it goes, all right, here we go. Great, I'm going to, actually, you know what? I don't want to create all of these. I just want to create one ad. Hang on just a second here. So we're not going to do it this way. I'm going to do this a different way. Let's just go to this one that's performing so well. I'm getting 78 cents per lead on this one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the budget add to the budget on this one. Excuse me, needed to say that a different way. So here we go. So I go into the campaign. Let's go into the ad set. And now I'm going to change the budget. Whoops. It's coming. Okay, here we go. So hang in there with me, everybody. All I'm going to do here is I'm just going to change the budget. So it says daily budget. Oh, and it's giving me a mixed daily budget here. So let's do this. We're going to go and do a daily budget of $100. All right. And actually, I'm sorry, I'm going to do this differently. Let's go to the lifetime budget of $1,000. Okay, there we go. And I can save and close there. So we got $1,000. And so this is going to reach 120,000 entrepreneurs. Okay, so if you want to get in front of 120,000 entrepreneurs, all you have to do is just go to the facebook.com/like Bret, write in the comments and tell us who you most want to help in your business in 2016. That's it. That's all you have to do. So let me just do a quick refresh here and check it out. We'll see who else was able to do this here. Cool, 15 more comments. You guys are totally rocking. All right, and awesome Teresa, awesome Jenny, great Kim Scott, love you. Hey Jack, my friend, doing great. Susan, you're amazing. Love you, Kristen, Mona, Pauline, Everyday Wellness, Prairie View Design. And so what I'm going to do is, and I will go back after we get off here, I'm going to go back and reply to your messages, and I recommend you do that. So for anybody else who wants to take advantage of this, you can take advantage of this and get your comment in front of 120,000 entrepreneurs just by going to this page and making a comment on this post. And so how can this apply to you? Okay, so how can this apply to you? So sometimes people say, if you say, hey, well, this is great for you, Bret, but you have 250,000 likes and you've got 1,000 people on the call. How does this work for me? Well, the way this works is, just as I mentioned, I use the words, please don't keep me a secret after you help people. I literally built my business on one testimonial at a time. And the thing that I love about Facebook and this particular strategy is you can literally build a business by just helping people. And when people say the magic words, thank you, you say, you're welcome, please don't keep me a secret. All right. So before I had any following, I was doing this one person at a time. And I talk to customers every day, and I give away free advice every day. And every day people say thank you, and I simply say, you're welcome. Hey, you know what? Please don't keep me a secret. Could you give me a little comment give me a quick little testimonial on this Facebook page post? And most of the people do. And I don't ask for anything in return. I don't ask for you don't have to buy my product to do that. In fact, I'm going to give you free exposure by spending $1,000 on my Facebook ad and so on. And you can do the same thing by just one person at a time, helping people, helping your customers, helping your prospective customers, one person at a time. And when they say thank you, say you're welcome. Please don't keep me a secret. So that wraps it up for today. For those of you out there, and I'm going to put in two more quick things here. Hang on a second. If you haven't done so already, please go. If you haven't already joined the weekly Facebook event, please do so. So you can click here, join our Facebook event. So there's the Facebook event. We have over 1,300 people saying that they're going. When you join this event, it keeps you up to date on our, we post our replays in here. We post information in here that you're going to want to have access to. It's free, so click join. And then the last thing is, and all of you made it to this link at some point, but I'll post it one more time. For those of you, if you would be interested in working with me through 2016, we have the 2016 Make Six Figures Working From Anywhere 12-month Mastermind. It's a 12-month program where you get to work with me and a group of really high-performing entrepreneurs for the whole year of 2016, and where we show you how to add an extra $10,000 a month to your business. It's not for everybody. It's for people who, if you've got an existing business and you really want to take it to the next level, and you want to add another $10,000 a month to your business, that's who this is for. You can go to this page and you can click this button that says book one-on-one strategy session. It's a make six figures strategy session with me. This is not for if you want Facebook marketing advice, or don't book it if you want to know how to do a Facebook ad. That's not what the call is about. It's if you are really serious about wanting to work with me and build your business in 2016, add another $10,000 a month, just go to this link, book the one-on-one strategy session. We'll talk for 15 minutes and I'll take a look at your business. I'll tell you, what's your best strategy for 2016, and I'll make a recommendation to you. If you're a fit for the program, I'll let you know. If you're not, I'll give you some great resources and let you know how to build your business in 2016. So with that, much love, everybody. This was a ton of fun. Always is a pleasure. So go there, back to the calendar. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Susie, for sharing my info with a friend. I appreciate that. And I will, all of you have a very safe, happy new year. And 2016 is going to be amazing. Let's go make it great. I love you all. Take care. Namaste.